You know, Gullion, they took a shot deep after the timeout. They got their stuff together. Quick play action play to the outside, and an amazing catch and an amazing throw by Gullion. Gullion's one of the better quarterbacks in this area, and he's showing it right there with an amazing throw. We are so sorry for the technical difficulties, but now Northwest will get a chance to knot this thing back up here after a muffed snap on the PAT. Never thought I would see that from the Red Streaks, as they don't even get a chance to kick the ball.
Coming in this game, I knew Gullion was going to be a star. He's done it for 4 years at Piketon. We expected it. He comes out and throws a big touchdown pass to the Red Streaks. If you're Northwest here, you have to get a score. You can't go down. They can't go down in front of the home crowd. They got to rally back.
Now off to kick it away for the Red Streaks. Here we go. Piketon will give it back to Northwest here. Jared Kopis will send it over. And that one will be received by JT Pierre. Pierre using that athleticism, and he will get down at about the 33, 32-yard line. Jake Brown and the Northwest offense coming back out here looking for a little bit of a better drive, as they were a 3-and-out. They got stunted right there, and the drive ended on a sack and a punt by the Mohawks. The Mohawks stack in the box here. And they're going to hand it off to Ferguson. Ferguson will get it for about a 3 to 4 yard gain, and it'll be second down for the Mohawks. It'll be a gain of 4 for Ethan Ferguson. Brown trots back out here. They will go back in the wing T. Brown takes a snap, and it'll be right up the middle. And that'll be about a 4-yard gain. And it'll be third down and 3 for Piketon. Very interesting strategy by the Mohawks coming out here on the second drive. They completely changed everything, as here in the backfield, giving it to their playmakers. And that'll be Carson Christian, the new transfer, and he gets his first down as a Mohawk right there on a little screen pass in the backfield. First down, Mohawks, and that's their first down of the game. Now Brown will trot back out there again with a new set of downs. Ball on the 46-yard line in their own territory. Jake Brown once again surrounded by an army of Mohawks. And that one is going to be handed off to Ethan Ferguson. Ferguson cutting up. Ferguson around the 48-yard line gets dropped down by an army of Red Streaks. No, this is a very defensive game, Landon, like you said. Very back and forth. Very, very back and forth when it comes to, downs and running the ball and passing. Brown hands it off, but wait, we got a penalty flag in the backfield. And it will go against the Mohawks on the offensive line. You cannot have false starts, especially when you are a run-first team like that. That's very unfortunate. It'll now be 2nd down and 12. Now, if you're the Mohawks, you feel like you're going to have to throw it here. Jake Brown will trot out. Now on the outside, it's Christian. Christian is brought down by an army of red streaks, and he gets a solid gain, about 2.5 yards short of the first down marker. Yeah, now you got a big 4th down upcoming. What do you do here if you're the Mohawks? Excuse me, big 3rd down. Yeah, just like the rest of the game, they've been running the ball. They've had one pass attempt, and it ended up in a sack, so. Brown surrounded by an army of Mohawks once again. Brown calling a timeout. Brown saw something that maybe the others didn't, and the Mohawks call an early timeout here in the first. Yeah, you very much got to regroup right here if you don't know what's coming. I mean, obviously they were going to stack the box right there, but obviously Piketon's going to stack the box as well. So, you know, football's like a game of chess, and you just got to go out there and have the best move, and then whoever has the best move is most likely going to pull one out here. And on a big 3rd down right here, you know you need the first unless you really feel like you want to go for it here. And it's kind of that middle territory. So if that's just Bill Crabtree's risk to take. As Brown and the offense will trot out once again here on 3rd and 4 at the 48-yard line of the Red Streaks. Brown and his boys stacking the box. Christian in motion, and that is going to be another penalty on the Mohawks. Another false start right there. That's got to be very frustrating if you are Northwest. And now they will take another trip on another penalty, and it is now 3rd and 9. And the ball will now be on their own 47. You got to be frustrated if you're the Mohawks right now. Just costly penalties on both sides, but Piketon's the one on the board right now. They can afford to have those penalties. Now a little bit of a different type of formation here for the Mohawks. One man in the backfield. And Jake Brown is going to give it to him on a screen pass. And Austin Smith loses the football in the backfield. And it will be 4th and 9 from their own 47. And it's another turnover. It's going to be another 3 and out for the Mohawks. Armbruster will punt it away for the Mohawks here. 39 seconds left to go in this first quarter. Him a couple times. He punted last year for him. Armbruster gonna let it fly with his leg, and that punt will be actually absolutely dotted, and that'll be inside the 15 and around the 11-yard line. A great punt by Aiden Armbruster as he pins him deep. Yeah, you got to love what you see right there from Aiden Armbruster, putting them back right there. And after the way the Red Streaks looked last time on offense, you're going to need to put them back a couple yards. As Luke Gullion and company will take their time going onto the football field here. But a great punt by Armbruster to pin him deep right there. It'll be a 1st down and 10 for the Red Streaks here. Gullion in the backfield. Gullion takes a snap. He's going to let it fly deep. That one is down there, and it will be incomplete. Austin Smith with the defense right there for Northwest. Great job by him.
Piketon's not scared. I mean, they're coming out throwing shots. I mean, if they keep throwing shots all game, I mean, it's their game to win. I feel like.
Yeah, Piketon's not afraid to take it deep, and that is the one thing that you like to see from them. They are
High school football.
Yeah, they're taking shots deep, and you know, you love to see a team that's confident in their quarterback too. Gullion, one man in the backfield. Play action. And it looks like Gullion is going to be brought down by an army of Mohawks. And just like that, it's third down and a mile for the Mohawks. Third down and 16 on the Red Streak zone 11. And that most likely will be the final play of the first quarter, as Piketon's going to talk it over. And after the first quarter, the Piketon Red Streak 6 and the Northwest Mohawks 0. We'll be back as we're going to turn off our camera for a minute, and we'll be back after this. And we are back here at Roy Rogers Field. We are dealing with some technical issues. Once again, we are trying to get the camera put back in. But here we are on a 4th and 16. They're going to punt the Piketon Red Streaks are going to punt it away here. Pinned deep in their own end zone. And the kick is not going to go very far, as Austin Smith will pick it up at about the 40. Smith to the 30. And will get brought down at about the 25. And there's a penalty flag on the play. Smith did a lot with that return there. Took it for about 15 yards. As long as this one's down the Mohawks, they're in a pretty good position here. And it is going to be a face mask. And the Northwest Mohawks will pick it up at about the 15-yard line. Around the 15-yard line here. The Mohawks get a couple more yards here after the face mask. The 17-yard line here. Brown in the backfield all by himself. Brown looking for a man. He's going to give it on a screen to Christian. Christian inside the 10 and about the 8 or 9 yard line. Carson Christian showing the impact that he's making early on. And we got a little bit of an update about 25 minutes down the road at the Trojan Coliseum as the Trojans are down 7-0 to Unioto. Still in the first quarter. Now the Army of Mohawks will stack around Jake Brown in the box. Austin Smith comes out late. 2nd down and 2 from the 9-yard line. In motion. The ball carrier is Smith, and he will get a couple yards, and Smith will get loose and will be brought down at around the 5-yard line. Smith, I thought he was about to take it to the end zone right there, but Piketon's defense ends up grabbing a leg or two, and down goes Smith at around the 5. First down and goal for the Mohawks here. This is a very big play for the Mohawks here. You got 4 plays and you got 5 yards to go. This is a very big opportunity for the Mohawks right here. Brown surrounded in the wing T formation again. They hang it off to Christian in the backfield. Christian makes a move to the outside, and he is brought down in the backfield at around the 9. That army of red streaks right there amped up. Iman Leslie on the tackle, along with the other men of the red streaks. Second down and goal as Jake Brown and company will trot out once again here. They're not making it easy on themselves here. And neither are the Red Streaks making it easy on the Mohawks. And when you have 2 and 2 in hand, it's going to be hard to score. Brown in the backfield all by himself. He motions Christian on the inside. Christian will now be in the backfield along with Brown. Brown drops back, looking for a man. Throws it in the end zone. Touchdown, Mohawks! Orion Ellis is in there, and he is amped up. And this game is knotted up at 6. And Roy Rogers Field comes to life as Orion Ellis gets open in the slot position. And just like that, we are knotted up here in the second quarter. And it looks like the Mohawks are going to go for it. Never mind, Weston Lang will trot out here and will try and put this in for 1. Lang's extra point up and good, and Northwest has their first lead of the ball game. Very nice job there by the Mohawks. Executed well on that drive. A rough punt right there, got him in good position. 25 yards was all it took on the drive. Well, technically 17 due to the face mask. And now the Northwest Mohawks lead by 1 here in McDermott. And all of a sudden, you can feel the momentum change here. Northwest was a very big underdog coming into this one, but all of a sudden, they lead here by 1 in the second. Now Weston Lang will trot out to kick this one away. Excuse me, it'll be Austin Smith trotting out. Punt returning and kicking the ball away. Very interesting. And Austin Smith will boot it away, and that is almost a squib kick as the ball is deflected off a red streak. And now here's Shanks. Shanks gets loose, and he is hit hard at about the 42-yard line. The red streak's leading tackler on the recovery right there of the football, and he almost made a big play if he broke through right there. Now Luke Gullion and his offense looking to trot out and change this game and flip it upside down, as they will need a field goal or a touchdown to give them back the lead here. Luke Gullion needing a big drive here. Wyatt Savage along with him in the backfield. Noel Ross in a stacked box along with Tanner Lohr. Gullion looking, and he's going to send it deep, and that is going to be caught. Oh my goodness, what a catch. And it'll be a first down at about the 25-yard line for the Red Streaks. Gullion's letting it fly in his senior year, and you love to see that. Gullion, and that is going to be a screen pass to the outside. It's to Shanks. Shanks getting loose, and he will get about an 8 to 9 yard gain there. Second down, Red Streaks at about the 19-yard line. They're doing a very good job right now. Gullion in the backfield. He's going to sling it, and that is intercepted. Oh my goodness. Wait, is that going to be a safety? And and it was an interception right there by Gullion. And oh my goodness. The Mohawks defender number 23. That I cannot believe what I just watched. That is a safety.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
And an interception outside of the end zone, and he ran inside the end zone and kneeled it down. And just like that, the Red Streaks will get the ball back, along with having the lead off of a safety. I cannot believe what I just saw.
This game is crazy.
You never see that. I cannot believe what I just saw. Tucker Taylor with the interception right there, and then went into the end zone and kneeled it down. Very unfortunate turn of events.
He probably thought he could go back into the end zone, but that's a crucial mistake.
I've never seen a safety in high school football. I'm serious. I can't believe that just happened. Not a safety like that. I am shocked right now. A huge break for the Red Streaks on a dropped pass. Yeah, Austin Smith will trot back out here. Weston Lang is still kind of recovering from an injury here. So Austin Smith is the kickoff's man. And Smith will kick it away, and we are back to football here in McDermott. As here in the backfield, it looks to be Jared Kopis. Kopis will be brought down at about the 48-yard line. And it looks like we got a Mohawk down here. As he will limp off the field. Hopefully he is okay. Now if you're Luke Gullion, you come out here and you are redeemed and you are regrouped. You may have thrown your first interception of the game, and Gullion did a really good job last year taking care of the ball. He threw 11 touchdowns and also had only 4 interceptions on the entire year. Interesting. And there was a big penalty right there. They went from the 48 to about the 39. Yeah, that's a 10-yard loss right there for Piketon. It'll still be 1st and 10. Northwest caught a big break on defense, but they ended up scoring 2 points on themselves. Gullion in the backfield. He's going to look, and he will It's going to be incomplete right there. Play is blown dead immediately. As Tanner Lohr, not Tanner Lohr, Gavin Blanton could not come up with it. A little bit of a low pass there by Gullion. Gullion in an empty backfield now. We've seen Piketon be able to sling it a couple times, and we'll see how it goes here. And it looks like it's going to be a false start on the Piketon offensive line here. Penalties have killed both of these teams. Mental mistakes has killed both of these teams. You can tell it's week 1 by how rusty they are. 3 men to the right side, and it looks like Kopis is going to get it here on a jet sweep, but it's a play action, and Gullion is brought down in the backfield by an army of Mohawks. A huge play there. Nice job by the Mohawks defense being able to read that. They like to play that read option a lot, whether it's on a fake jet sweep or on a regular read option. You love to see that there from the Mohawks defense, which was their biggest question mark heading into this game, but right now they are looking quite swell. Now Gullion looking deep. He's going to sling it to Kopis, and it's overthrown barely. Orion Ellis on the coverage there. And now it's going to be 4th down and 15 here for the Red Streaks, and they're just going to punt it away most likely. Another frustrating drive if you're the Red Streaks. As the Red Streaks will punt again, as Carson Christian and Austin Smith are back deep, ready to receive this punt. Red Streaks ready to punt it away, and that one will be past the 50 and around the 40. Carson Christian will recover the punt. Christian looking around, trying to make a play, and he'll be brought down at around the 42-yard line. Now Jake Brown and company will trot back out. They would have had the lead in this ball game, and who knows what could have happened before then if that safety didn't happen. Brown will look to add on to the lead as Orion Ellis has his first touchdown of the season and Jake Brown's first passing touchdown of the year as well. You like to see this new look for the Northwest Mohawks offense. They're mixing in the wing T formation also with a little bit of West Coast style type passing. As Brown and his teammates in the huddle here. As Orion Ellis is out to the right side deep. Ellis checks. Now it's Brown looking for a man. Pressure incoming. Brown's going to take it himself. Brown improvising. Brown breaks tackles, and Brown is flailed down and brought down at about the 46-yard line, but he gets a first down for his Mohawk Nation. Great job there by Jake Brown. You know, you see that Lamar Jackson type of improvising right there. And, you know, when you have an athletic quarterback like Jake Brown, you know he's going to be able to do something with the ball if he has enough time to cut up the field and make something happen. Now along in the backfield with Brown is Ethan Ferguson. In motion is Austin Smith, and that'll be a handoff to Ferguson. Ferguson breaks deep. Ferguson off the tackler, and that is another first down for the Mohawks. And this offense, new look indeed, in the words of Jake Brown. A fake jet sweep. A fake jet sweep. Then they hand it up right up the middle right there. Great job by the Mohawks. And I love the play calling that I'm seeing from the Mohawks offense. You know, went from a more conservative feel at the start of the game, and now you realize, wait, I got Jake Brown as my quarterback. Brown in the backfield once again, starting to feel himself. Brown will improvise once again. Brown, another first down, breaking tackles, and that's about a 13-yard gain. 3 straight first downs for the Mohawks. Jake Brown, last night when I talked to him, he said, I feel like this is the time to strike. This is my senior year. You know, this is my last time I'm ever going to play quarterback in a football uniform again, and I'm going to leave it all out there on the field. This is my first game, you know. You love to see it from Jake Brown, a guy who, for those that don't know, Brown went down in the first practice of last year and didn't come back till week 6. As Ferguson, the ball carrier there. Ferguson getting loose, and that is very close to a first down, if not a first down, about maybe a 9-yard gain. It'll probably be 2nd and inches for the Mohawks. You know, you loved it. It's the same exact play that we just saw. You know, Ferguson is a bigger guy, but he can move, and when a guy like that's downhill, he's really hard to stop. Now Carson Campbell in the backfield. As Christian brought down right there, right where he got the ball, and it'll be a 3rd down and 2 for the Mohawks. Well, at least you're in field goal range here. Hopefully Weston Lane could put one through. Jake Brown will have Ethan Ferguson in his backfield. Brown takes the snap. It's a quarterback keeper. Brown following blockers. And that is going to be very, very close right there. And it looks to be a first down for the Mohawks. Great job there by Jake Brown. You start to open up the offense a little bit more once you start passing more successfully and you start running the ball a little bit better. And then Jake Brown gets loose for a couple carries, and then it's like, oh, shoot, what do we do here if you're the Red Streaks, you know? You're exactly right, Landon. You love a guy like Jake Brown, team guy himself. Brown in an I formation. And he will hand it off to Carson Christian. Christian getting through, and there's a touchdown for the Mohawks. Carson Christian, his first touchdown in a Northwest uniform. And just like that, the Northwest Mohawks have the lead again. It is now 13-8 here in the backyard brawl. Well done job right there by Carson Christian. Welcome to Ohio High School football, Carson Christian. And now Jake Brown and company will trot out. They're trying to make this a 7-point game with this 2-point conversion. Let's see what Brown and company got up their sleeve here. It'll be Ferguson and Christian in the I formation again. If I had to guess, I bet they're going to try and psych them out here. And here's Brown. It's going to be a handoff to Christian, and he will come up just short. Red Streaks with a much-needed stop there on the 2-point conversion. And just like that is a 5-point advantage for the Mohawks here in this second quarter. 3 minutes and 52 seconds left to go. You love to see it if you are a Mohawk fan. This offense looks alive and well, and not just from running the ball, passing the ball as well. We are now back here at Roy Rogers Field. I am Malachi Rozelle along with my partner in crime, Landon Schultz. And after an amazing drive right there by the Northwest Mohawks, just like that, they're in the driver's seat with a 5-point lead here in the backyard brawl, 13-8. And now Austin Smith and his nice green cleats will kick it away for the Mohawks.
Northwest came out last drive looking good. Run game from the quarterback and the running back. Jake Brown came out willing to take his first tee. Malachi talked to him last night. He said he's going to do anything he can to make sure they win this game. And so far, Malachi seems like he's right.
Yeah, Jake Brown's a guy. He's a man of not a lot of words, but you know he's done a very good job in this game. But back to football here, and then we got a guy with a lot of room down the field, and that is going to be Tanner Lohr on the carry, on the kick return there, and he will be down at around the 45-yard line. As Luke Golian and company looking to make something happen here. Down by 5 in enemy territory. Last year, it was pretty smooth sailing for the Red Streaks as they won that game 24-0.
Malachi, it looked like having that kick return, that was going to go all the way, but the referee came in and called with it, stepped out of bounds, and it looked like he had one to finish the beat. Imagine if Piketon came out here and had a kick return right after Northwest took it.
Yeah, very great job right there. As Golian in the backfield, he is heavily pressured, and Golian goes down. The Northwest defense coming out and making statements early on here in this ball game.
Northwest is trying to take Piketon's been battling, Northwest been battling. This has been a great game so far defensively.
Something's got to give here. And now Golian on a 2nd and 11. He drops back. He searches for a man, and that one is caught by Tanner Lohr. Or excuse me, Gavin Blinton.
That's going to bring up third down. Third down and 2 for Piketon.
Gavin,
Piketon's going fast too.
nice catch there by Gavin Blinton, the senior. And now here is the quarterback keeper by guess who? It's Luke Golian, and he will get the first down and a little bit more. No, they're definitely not afraid. It's their senior year, man. And these guys, it doesn't seem like they're going to play college football. So a very nice job. And they're putting their bodies on the line here, and they're not afraid to do it. They'll do anything for a win. As Noah Ross will get about a 3-yard gain right there on the catch. 2nd down and 7 for the Red Streaks. Going in the backfield. Looking for a man. Right across the field. It is caught by Gavin Blinton. Blinton, he's going to go through, and he stiff arms Smith. Touchdown, Red Streaks. Gavin Blinton, stone cold senior. And just like that, the Red Streaks are back in it. And they lead it 14-13 here in the backyard brawl. What a great job after the catch. You think about a 10 to 15-yard gain right there just because Blinton's open. But no, he goes through Austin Smith, and he says, you're not bringing me down today or ever. Touchdown, Red Streaks, and just like that, this game is flipped upside down once again. And now the Red Streaks will go for 2 here. They're responding to the Northwest aggressiveness right now. This would make it a 3-point ball game if they got it across the plane. Golian in the backfield along with Savage. Golian gets set. And we have a timeout by the Red Streaks, it looks like. And that is exactly right.
Let's talk about that last play a little bit. Golian, he's been doing this all game where he's driving back, looking for deep receivers. The Northwest defense just broke there. They put that.
Yes, a very well done job there by Gavin Blanton, the senior. You know, with a lot of question marks when it came to pass catches for Piketon, no one really knew what was going to go on. And also with the #1 wide receiver heading into the season, Jace Johnson, with a broken collarbone. Very unfortunate, but here's the Red Streak stepping up in the passing game, and it looks like it's not even a question at all.
Going back
He will be back around week 6.
Prayers up to him.
And now Gullion and the fellas will try this once again, as Coach Gullion did not like what he saw right there on that 2-point conversion. Maybe the play wasn't set up the way he wanted it to. And now Gullion in the backfield along with this bell cow Savage. Gullion will take the snap. And it's a pitch outside to Savage. Savage, it's a race to the goal line, and Savage is in. And it is a 2-point conversion for Wyatt Savage and the Red Streaks. And just like that, they're back on top. And it's 16-13 here at Roy Rogers Field. Very nice job, well done there by the Red Streaks. They executed a play. Savage didn't get the ball for a minute as they let Gullion kind of air it out right there, and it worked for the touchdown. And then when they're least expecting it, they give it on a pitch to Savage, the new bell cow, and they see what he can do after and see if he can break some tackles, and he did exactly that, Landon.
This has been a great game so far, Kai. Offense is scoring, defense are getting stops here and there. But Yarbrough and McDermott. We love to see it, especially two quarterbacks that are going out here and battling each other. Especially two quarterbacks that are coming out here and battling each other.
I very much agree with you, Landon. This is an amazing game so far. This is exactly what you like to see if you are a football fan. We are very sorry for the technical issues and difficulties, but we are very much working on them. But I will still give you the play-by-play. And now kicking it away, the long leg of Jared Kopis. As now the Northwest Mohawks will trot back out on offense. The Northwest Mohawks will trot back out here on the offense. Jake Brown, who's had a pretty solid day so far, throwing for a touchdown to Ryan Ellis to open up the scoring in this game for the Mohawks. And then also handing it off to Carson Christian, and then the boy from Cabell Midland just did the rest and did it very well. Jake Brown and company looking to make something happen. Play clock ticking now, and we are underway here as Northwest. 2-minute drill here in the second quarter. And it's going to be a pitch over to Christian. They give it to their playmaker, and he will get about a 3 to 4 yard gain. You love to see what you're seeing from Carson Christian, the new transfer coming in. Not a lot of people knew what he was going to be like. You know, in 7-on-7s, you can't really see how he is running the ball, but he has made a lot of plays back there, and he has done such an amazing job. Now Brown in the backfield again, along with Carson Christian. And it is going to be a fake jet sweep, and it is over to Ethan Ferguson, and he will get a first down and just a little bit more. You love to see this dynamic duo of running backs. The 1-2 punch will be brought down after an 11-yard gain. Nice job there by the senior, making a play right there. And that is going to be a flag on the Mohawks. I believe it's going to be because there was a coach on the field. And that is very much exactly why. I was correct. As they take the penalty back. And it will be now a warning as Brown drops back looking for a man. He's running out to his right. Brown throwing it deep, but he's just going to throw it out of bounds instead. Brown saw nothing right there. He took the conservative approach. You can tell that he's been very experienced at quarterback starting since his sophomore year. But unfortunately last year, his junior year got cut in half due to that broken thumb. But now Brown back and better than ever, it seems like. In a 13-16 battle here versus the Piketon Red Streaks. Jake Brown in the backfield along with Carson Christian. 4 receivers out. Brown looking around, searching. Pressure coming from the Red Streaks, but Brown breaks free. Brown still going. He's got blockers, and he is brought down to the 30-yard line. Jake Primetime Brown. A big gain right there for the kid. And a job well done. And now Jake Brown looking to add on to that momentum here. Ball exactly at the 30-yard line on first down and 10 for the Mohawks. That one to the outside to Orion Ellis. A nice grab there by Orion Ellis. And that'll be about a 1 to 2 yard gain right there for the Mohawks.
Once again, Malachi, just like Northwest on his back, he's not trying to lose this game. Week 1 at home in the trenches.
Jake Brown on the pitch to Orion Ellis. He breaks the tackle. Ellis trying to make something happen, but he is brought down by an army of Red Streaks, and we got a flag on the play, though. We are very sorry that the camera is not working due to technical difficulties. We are going to get it figured out at the break at halftime. We hope that you will stick with us, as I will be still doing the play-by-play. We want to thank our sponsors in the Scioto River and the UPS store especially. And it looks like Northwest is going to be pinned very, very deep back. Looks like we had an holding on the offense. And now Jake Brown and his squad pinned deep. Now at the Red Streaks 43-yard line, it is 2nd and 22. Brown hands it off to Ferguson. Ferguson just trying to get as many yards as they can back after that holding call, and he will get about 3 to 4. And it'll be a timeout for the Mohawks here as they face a 3rd down and pretty long. We'll be right back to you. I'm Malachi Rizzo along with River City Sports Media, and you are watching Ohio High School football. And we are back here at the Backyard Brawl. 47 seconds and counting left in this first half of ball as the Piketon Red Streaks lead at 16-13 in what has been an absolute defensive, gritty battle. As the Uniota Sherman takes are putting it on the Portsmouth Trojans in Portsmouth, as that is a low pass by Jake Brown, trying to make something happen there on 3rd and 21, and they can't do it. And now, if you are the Mohawks here, looks like some of their men are staying on the field. What do you do right here? And it looks like they're going to punt it away. Like I said, with the Uniota Sherman Tanks, they are coming into Portsmouth, and they are up 28-0. And it's only the 2nd quarter. Hopefully the Trojans can put a couple more on the board here. And Armbruster will punt it away. And that one curved a little bit left, but it's still a solid punt. And that one is going to go inside the 10 and drop down at the 9. And Austin Smith will finally touch it right there. Great punt by Aiden Armbruster. In this median area where you could go for it on 4th down, if you had a little bit of a shorter play, but right there it's 4th and 21. You're pinned at about the 43-yard line, and a great punt there by Aiden Armbruster once again. 30 seconds left remaining in this one, and Luke Gullian's going to have to sling it deep if he wants any chance to put points on the board for the Red Streaks before the half. I don't know if the Red Streaks will play conservative here, maybe take a knee going into the half. As Northwest will take a timeout and a little bit of a rest on defense here, and we will go to a break as well. We welcome you back to Ohio High School football here in the Southeast District. I am Malachi Roselle here with River City Sports Media. And Luke Gullian and company for the Piketon Red Streaks looking to put more on the board here as they have 16 points, and 14 of them were by their own doing. But the other 2 were by an interception by the defensive back Taylor, and then he ended up going back into the opposing end zone and kneeling it down, and that is pretty much the difference in this ball game right now. As Gullian and company spread out in the backfield with Wyatt Savage only back there to help block. Gullian ready to take the snap, and he will do so. And it is going to be a little bit of a check down right over there, and that is caught and received by Gavin Blanton. It'll be a 2nd down and manageable for the Red Streaks here. Ball at the 17-yard line, and it's 2nd and 2. Luke Gullian in the backfield again. They're going in the same formation. 4 receivers out and only Wyatt Savage in the backfield. And Savage will get loose, and he will have about an 8-yard gain there, and it's enough for a 1st down for the Red Streaks. And Savage looks a little bit banged up there. Hopefully Savage is okay. You already have enough of a shortage at the running back position. You may have a lot of them, but you haven't really decided who your number 1 back was. As now Tanner Lohr will come into the ball game here for the Red Streaks on short notice. Gullian in the backfield, looking around, and he will get it away before being brought down by the Mohawk defense, and it is now 8 seconds left on the clock, and it is 2nd down and 10 from the 24-yard line. If you're Luke Gullian right here, do you just take the knee and be conservative, or do you sling it deep and try and add on to this lead? I really have no idea. I think you sling it deep here. Give yourself a chance here. This is a big rivalry game, and you want to make a statement going into the half. But also at the same time, as long as Northwest doesn't run to the other end zone, something could very much well happen here. Gullian's going to sling it, and that will be caught on the side to Gavin Blanton, and that will be about a 6-yard gain, and there's 4 seconds now on the clock. Quick pass there by Gullian gets him a little bit closer to the end zone here. And it's going to be a timeout by the Red Streaks here, as Coach Gullian is going to call something interesting here with 4 seconds left on the play clock. The Red Streaks come out of the huddle here, looking to make something happen with 4 seconds left. 3-point lead for the Red Streaks here, but they're trying to add on to it. Luke Gullion and company looking to make something happen here. 4 seconds left in the first half. Gullion takes the snap. Everyone's running, and it's going to be an intercepted screen pass, and it is going to be picked off, and he will be stopped. Oh my goodness. Aiden Armbrister picks off the screen pass and read it like a book, and Northwest has some momentum heading into the second half. Your score at halftime, the Northwest Mohawks 13, the Piketon Red Streak 16. Gullion throws 2 picks in the backyard brawl, but they end up amounting to no points. Oh my goodness. What a game we have. Stick around with us as we head into the second half. We will take about a 15 to 20 minute break. I am Alec Carzel along here with River City Sports Media, and we'll be back to you after this. Okay. And we are back here at Roy Rogers Field, and Northwest will be the first team to touch the ball here in the second half of football. Here we are on Thursday Night Lights. I'm Malachi Rozelle, along with my partner in crime, Landon Schultz. Landon Schultz is going to take it over with the play-by-play. Landon, here you go.
Northwest is coming out, second half, looking to get a touchdown here, especially after going down 16-13 in the first half. Before the first snap of the second half, looks like we have a flag here. 12 men on the field on Northwest.
You know, it's really frustrating there, right? If you're Northwest, you're trying to make a statement coming out of the half. You're down by 3. You really need something to go your way right there, and you have 12 men on the field. This is just unacceptable by the Mohawks.
Northwest is coming out for the first snap of the second half. Looks like it's going to be a handoff. Looks like it was a handoff to Ferguson. He gets stopped behind the line of gain. It's going to come up with a second down and 17 for the Northwest Mohawks. Northwest coming out, second and 17. Brown comes back to take the snap. He's going deep. Brown's going to take off running, and he's tackled. Looks like he got a 3-yard gain there on that play. It's going to bring up a third down. It's going to bring up a third down and 13 for the Northwest Mohawks. They're looking to get any type of momentum here after that first half. Northwest lines up, looking for 13 yards on this play. Brown drops back, throws it to number 14. Looks like he's going to go to the 44-yard line. Orion Ellis on the catch there. It's going to bring up a first down for the Mohawks. Brown to Ellis there. Brown sets up, looks for a pass to Ellis. Ellis, he runs, and he gets out of bounds. Well, guys, it's going to be a gain of 5. Brown to Ellis there.
He absolutely slaughtered a Piketon red streak right there, just ran him right over. And Ellis, man, may not be the biggest guy on the field, but he's acting like he's a big dog.
All right, here we go. Brown drops back, looking to take the snap here. Brown's going to take him for himself. It's going to be a QB keeper, and he gets stopped, taken down. It was Shanks coming up on that tackle. Big stop right here for Piketon. It's going to come down to a 3rd and 4. Correction, 3rd down and 3 for the Northwest Mohawks. Brown drops back, looking for a receiver. He finds Ellis. Ellis with the reception. He spins away. He's going down to the 42. Orion Ellis, 3 catches to start the second half. Ryan Ellis is trying to keep the Northwest faithful up in McDermott. Week 1 football on a Thursday night. Brown's trotting back out, looking to get down. Looks like they have Brown about to take the snap. Brown drops back, looks, running around, has no one, throws it, and it's going to be tossed out of bounds. Looking for a Ryan Ellis there on the sidelines, but cannot complete it.
You know, right there's not a lot you could have done right there. I think he was trying to get it to the outside, and if he had a shot for Ellis, he was going to give it to him. I mean, Ellis is hotter than an iron right now, and right there he does a great job of just getting it to the outside and throwing it away. Very smart decision by Brown not to force it right there.
Brown chops back. Looks like it was a reset of downs there. Instead of second down. Illegal man downfield. That's going to bring up a 1st and 15 for the Northwest Mohawks. They gain the down back, but they lose 5 yards. Brown looking for the snap here. Single back. Brown looking for a receiver. Looking around. Throws it. And it's going to go out of bounds once again. Brown, no options around. Pocket was collapsing. He was just trying to get the ball out there and not take a sack.
I mean, Brown, not much you clearly could have done there. That was more of a broken play than anything. It's very frustrating for the Northwest Mohawks right there. You're trying to get a drive here, make a statement, try and get the field goal range, maybe get Weston Lang to kick a field goal here. But right now, it's 2nd and 15, and Jake Brown, you got to improvise like you did in that first half, and right now he's not getting the time to do that. He's not getting the light of day.
I completely agree, Malachi. The line's folding under pressure with the Piketon D line. Looks like it's going to be Brown again. It's going to be a handoff to Christian. Christian's dodging a couple tackles, and he looks like he's going to be swallowed up. It looks like he may have got back to the line. Yep, it's going to bring up a 3rd and 10 for the Northwest Mohawks. Northwest looking for 10 yards here. 7:59 on the play clock. Brown looking to take the snap here. Got 3 receivers on the field. Brown drops back. He's looking. Player behind. He didn't see him. It's going to be a fumble. And Northwest picks it up. It's the big man. And he gets to the line.
Thatcher Webb with the recovery on the fumble, and he ends up doing a little bit of a fullback type move and ends up bull rushing for a couple yards.
That might go on ESPN's top 10 plays of the week. That's one of those ones you'll see on YouTube. Big man turning in the running backs. Thatcher Webb gets the job done. Going to bring up a manageable 4th and 3rd for the Northwest Mohawks.
Now, if you're Jake Brown and company, you really need to go for it here. This is a very, very critical 4th down. If you do not get this, we could be looking at potentially the game if Piketon scores another touchdown.
Yeah, Thatcher right there. That's a heads-up play. And honestly, if they score, that play might have won them that game. Looks like we're going to have a timeout here. Mohawks timeout.
You know, that's got to be really frustrating for the Mohawks. You can see Jake Brown is a little bit frustrated. You don't want to really burn a timeout this early into the second half. And it's just a little bit frustrating here for the Mohawks. You have some of the momentum thanks to Thatcher Webb on a heads-up play right there. You know, the big men don't really get no love down there, but right now they're getting a lot of love. And one thing that Jake Brown did say is that he loves his O-linemen. And him and Thatcher Webb were hanging out before the game, too. And you just like to see the brotherhood, and you like to see the chemistry from Northwest.
Thatcher Webb. I mean, what a play by him. Thatcher being one of the seniors on that O-line for Northwest. Leaders. Northwest has a lot of seniors, a lot of leaders looking for a better season than they ended up with last year, going 6-4 last year, but didn't make the playoffs. They're looking for that playoff push this year.
A win versus Piketon would definitely add on to playoff selections later down the line.
So it looks like Northwest is going to trot back out here. 4th and 3rd. This is a huge 4th and 3rd for the Northwest Mohawks. 6:39 left in the 3rd quarter in the backyard battle. Northwest faithful are looking for a season opener win here on their home turf. Brown's going to take the snap. Drops back, looking for his receiver. He throws it deep. Incomplete.
You know, right there by Northwest, they really went for it all right there. Brown goes deep for Smith in double coverage. A little bit of a frustrating decision there by Brown if you're on the Northwest faithful. But honestly, right there, that's a little bit of a tough break for the Mohawks. As you can see, Brown is not happy, and neither are the others. Piketon takes over.
Northwest there, they came down the field, had a couple great plays. Orion Ellis won the name, but Northwest cannot get it done there with a bad pass from Brown on that 4th down.
Now it's Gillian in the backfield. Savage out on the motion. It's going to be a quarterback keeper, and he is swallowed up. Oh, my goodness. What an amazing heads-up play by the Mohawks defense. Nice job there by Aiden Armbrister. And just like that, it's 2nd and 11 from the Red Streak zone 34. As Wyatt Savage is back into the game here, and he will be on the outer half. He'll be on the outside at receiver. Savage checks, and now here's Gillian handing it off, and Northwest swallows it up once again, and that is barely going to be a gain as Savage is brought down in the backfield. That'll be a gain of about 1. It'll be a gain of 1 as now it is 3rd down and 10 early here for the Red Streaks on this drive.
Looks like Piketon's number 0 is a little bit shaken up. Prayers up to him. Hopefully he's okay.
Iman Leslie, wide receiver / cornerback. He has needed to step up in a big way, and he's had a solid game today. Gullion looks, and he is going to be knotted down. Nate Fry on the coverage. And just like that, it's a 3 and out for the Red Streaks. And Northwest with a very much needed stop right there. And Piketon will now punt it away here. Jared Kopis back to trot. And a high snap! Oh my goodness! And if you're Jared Kopis, you just got to huddle around the football. And this one's going to be brought down to the 5-yard line. And the people of McDermott are on their feet here at Roy Rogers Field. What a huge break. Oh my goodness. And Northwest will have the ball at the 5 and a chance to take the lead.
Crazy muff snap there by the snapper over.
I cannot believe what I just saw. That reminds me of the Steelers and Cleveland Browns game back in 2020 when on the first play of the game the ball went over snapped and ended up almost for a touch and it went for a touchdown.
Bad thing about that, Kai, is the Browns were never good after that 2020 season.
All right, whatever. Anyways. Jake Brown in a stack box here, and the play is blown dead. What is going on here? As we got chants from the crowd right now, And it looks like we might have had a timeout. Oh, we're going to have a flag here. And it will be on the Mohawks. As that will be an illegal substitution on the Mohawks. You had the ball right there at the 5-yard line, excuse me, the 8-yard line, and now you're being trotted back a little bit more. It makes this drive a little bit more harder for the Mohawks here. Their 6th penalty of the game. That's got to be frustrating if you are the Mohawks. 14 yards. It's still a 1st and goal. 1st down and 14 yards to go. Jake Brown in an I formation stack box. He's going to hand it off to Carson Christian, and he is swallowed up by an army of red streaks. Brought down by the defensive end, sophomore Joseph Scott. And now it's 2nd down and 14. But the good thing here, if you are the Mohawks, you got a solid kicker in Weston Lang, and he has been able, his range is about up to 40 yards. And now Jake Brown and his team will trot out here. It is 2nd and goal from the 16-yard line. Brown in a backfield with just his homeboy, Ethan Ferguson. Brown takes a snap, drops back, looking for a man. He's going to throw it off to the side, and it's caught by Ellis, and he will get about a solid a gain of 3. And it looks like a Piketon red streak is down, and he is groaning in pain. Maybe just a cramp. Hopefully he is all right. As we will have an injury timeout very quick for the red streaks, and he looks banged up. Now 3rd down for the red streaks. The Mohawks here. But we will have an injury timeout, so we will take a break very quickly. We are now back here in McDermott, as the man that was down on the field was Gavin Blanton after the tackle on Orion Ellis. As now the Northwest Mohawks will take the field here on a 3rd and 14. Well, technically a 3rd and goal from the Red Streaks 14-yard line. Brown in the backfield along with Ethan Ferguson. The 2 seniors looking to win their 1st home game of the season. Brown takes a snap, looking deep. He's going to give it deep, and that one is incomplete. That one almost pulled in by Carson Christian, and it'll now be a 4th and goal from the 14-yard line. And now Weston Lang will trot out, trying to knot this thing up at 16s. A very nice job there by the Piketon defensive back right there, just making sure that that ball was not going over his head. A little bit overthrown by Jake Brown right there, but Piketon's defense was ready for it. And he does a splendid job right there. Now Weston Lang will try and tie it. 3 minutes and 57 seconds left here in this 3rd quarter of play. Nate Fry, the holder for Lang. And Weston Lang's field goal is up, and it is hooked. He missed it. He missed it. And the Red Streaks put a 0 on the board on that drive. Weston Lang missed it left. Oh my goodness. And just like that, Piketon keeps the 3-point lead heading in on their 2nd drive of the 2nd half. And we are now back offense for Piketon. Piketon Red Streaks players racing to get out there. Everyone's a little bit rusty. It is week 1. And now here's Gullion. Gullion gets it over to Shanks. Shanks, he's got running room. Shanks, he's not going to be caught down. Touchdown, Red Streaks. And they add on to their lead. Oh my goodness. Talk about a lightning strike here late in the 3rd quarter. Trevin Shanks, the assassin himself, makes it a huge run after the catch for the touchdown. And it is now 22-13, Red Streaks. And this McDermott crowd is stunned. Oh my goodness. Now the strong leg of Jared Kopis against his former team will come out to kick the PAT. Kopis to make it a 10-point ball game. Kopis trots back. And his point after is good. And just like that, Red Streak Nation is amped up. And this Mohawk side, after that, you miss a field goal, and then Luke Gullion just takes advantage and finds his best athlete on the field, and Trevin Shanks, the leading tackler last year on this football team, and he just takes it to the house. It was about a 5-yard pass. It was literally a curl route, and Shanks breaks a tackle, and he was just too fast to catch. Now Landon Schultz back up here in the press box, as Jared Kopis is going to deliver a strike. Jared Kopis will deliver a strike kick here for the Red Streaks. And the mighty right leg of Jared Kopis will send it back to the Northwest faithful. The Mohawks down by 10. Very much need some points on the board here. They have not scored since that Carson Christian touchdown and then going for 2, and they did not get the 2-point conversion. Austin Smith on the return, and we are underway here once again. Smith avoiding tacklers. Smith keeps on going. Smith keep on pushing. The Army of Mohawks keeps on pushing him, and an amazing return by Austin Smith. That is how you start off a drive, and he'll be brought down at around the 42-yard line. Back to Landon Schultz for the play-by-play.
Northwest trotting out on the field here as they're missing their field goal on their last drive, letting up a 50-yard touchdown pass from Gillian. Northwest is looking for anything. Field goal cuts it down to that 1-score game that they need. They've been in reach all day, but they can't get over the hump. Looks like we have a flag on Northwest. A legal substitution once again. If I'm right, that is Northwest's 9th penalty on the game.
I cannot believe what I'm seeing from Northwest here. You really need to make a statement right now, but they're just going back after that huge return. They were at the 42-yard line. Now you're a couple yards back, and that's really unfortunate if you're Northwest.
If Northwest doesn't pull this one out, they're going to look back on all the penalties that they received in this game. Penalties kill. Looks like Brown's taking a snap. Hand off to Ferguson. Looks like he gets to the 37-yard line. Going to bring up 2nd and 10. Northwest, 3:15 on the clock. Clock is rolling.
Correction, he on the 43rd yard line.
You know, right here, you're not really worried about clock, Landon. You know, it's the third quarter. You're just trying to put points up on the board. You're down by 10. You just got to make something happen here. Make something happen.
But also, if I'm Northwest, I'm thinking we need to score before the end of this quarter. Handoff. Ferguson taken out of bounds there on the run. It's going to bring down 3rd down and 9, 3rd down and 4 for the Northwest Mohawks. Looking to get a first down here. Honestly, Kai, they might be in 4th down, go for it territory here.
If you do not go for it right here, down by 10, late in this third quarter, then I really don't know why you're playing so conservative. You got to get a win in here in front of the home fans, and you really don't want to start the season 0-1. No one likes to lose, and I know this Northwest team, they'll gamble.
Brown ready to take the snap here. 7 seconds on the play clock. 3 seconds on the play clock. Brown drops back, throws it up. Ellis, and it's dropped.
Iman Leslie right there had an interception right in his breadbasket, but it goes right off his jersey. Leslie, one of the guys that I talked to from the Red Streaks, very excited for this opportunity to start a cornerback. Last year he played JV, so this is his first year, his first varsity football game, and he's done pretty well.
Yep, very well. Good coverage there. Very good coverage there. Good coverage there by Leslie. Just couldn't come up. Ball was in the bread basket there. Looks like Northwest is going to try it out and go for this one. If they don't get this here, this might be the ball game.
I don't know. They still got a lot of time left, unless Northwest here just cannot put a stop together. Brown drops back, looking. He's going to run it. Brown is loose. Brown's going to keep running to the left side. Jake Brown, 30, 20, 15, jukes the man, 10, inside at the 5. Jake Brown, Superman.
Wow. Jake Brown. Jake Brown, the man, the myth, the legend, comes down and runs for at least 35 yards there, gets all the way down to the 6-yard line for the Northwest Mohawks.
I don't know if that's Lamar Jackson or Jake Brown there, Landon.
Hey, someone give him his MVP trophy already.
Thank goodness Iman Leslie dropped that ball if you are a Northwest Mohawks fan.
I mean, what can Jake Brown not do? What can he not do? Unsportsmanlike penalty on Northwest. It's going to take them back to the 21-yard line. That is Northwest's 10th penalty on the game.
A huge play there by Jake Brown, but oh my goodness. Northwest with these penalties, man. This is very unfortunate for them.
Coach might make them run in practice. Coach might make them run in practice with all these penalties that they're receiving tonight. Northwest Faithful is heated. They're getting up. Brown drops back. Pass. It looks like he's going to get down to the 15-yard line. That pass was completed to Mason on that catch, and Brown to Mason. Northwest huddling up. 1:05 left in the third quarter in the backyard brawl in week 1. Brown ready to take the snap. Brown looks back. Brown's running, and he gets the first down. Jake Brown.
That's the way to put your body on the line right there. You know, like we've said all game long, two senior quarterbacks, they're going to fight for everything in this rivalry game to get a win.
Third and 1 for the Northwest Mohawks. They're looking 47 seconds left in this third quarter. Ball on the 12. They're at least in field goal range even if they don't pick up this third down right here.
Even though Lang missed that last one, I know the kid's got a leg, and I think it was a little bit more about the snap than anything. So I really hope Lang can find something.
Looks like it's going to be a handoff to Ferguson for a first down. The Mohawks move the chains into the goal. Looks like it's going to be inside the 10-yard line. We're coming into a first and goal for the Northwest Mohawks. They're looking for anything here. Momentum.
You definitely got to get a touchdown here, Landon. If you're inside the 10 and you end up getting a field goal, I think that's more defeating than just having a 3 and out. You know, you really want to be close right here, but a touchdown is more needed than anything right now.
I completely agree with you, Malachi. They have to get a touchdown here, especially because Piketon's hot on offense, especially with their quarterback. They can do anything. It's going to be a handoff. Ferguson going to get down to the 6-yard line, and that is going to end this third quarter. Going into the fourth, it's going to be Northwest 13, Piketon 23. And coming into the fourth quarter is going to be a 2nd and 6 on the 6-yard line, heading back over to Kai.
You know, right there, Northwest, I mean, you play conservative right there. You get a 4-yard gain. You still got 3 more downs to go, and we know that Northwest is probably going to go for it here. I'm assuming they're not going to be very conservative here. Inside the 10, you don't really see Northwest being that conservative here, and I don't think they will again. We have 12 minutes left of football unless we have some extra football given to us or free football. 2nd and goal from the 6-yard line when we come back to you here at River City Sports Media. We welcome you back here to Roy Rogers Field in McDermott, Ohio. I am Malachi Rosell, along with my partner in crime, Landon Schiltz, here on River City Sports Media, Ohio High School Football. As we reach the 4th and final quarter here in the backyard brawl, as the Piketon Red Streaks lead it by 10 points, 23-13, but Northwest knocking on the door here, 6 yards away from a touchdown as it's 2nd and goal.
Northwest about to start off the fourth quarter here on the 6-yard line. Brown, QB keeper, and he's there, and it is a touchdown, Jake Brown. Jake Brown, calling Lamar Jackson how he is on the feet. Jake Brown is not going to let the Northwest Mohawks lose this game. The score is now 23-19. Northwest coming in for an extra point here.
You know, Brown really putting Northwest on his back right there. If you need a play, I know who to call, and it's Jake Brown. And he runs it right there. He uses his legs. Great job by Jake Brown. He's just making plays all over the field.
And there's a flag on a play, and the field goal was blocked. The extra point was blocked.
Malachi Lamerson with the block right there. One of the other guys I spoke to. Plays left guard and also nose tackle as well. And now the Red Streaks will get the ball back with a 4-point advantage, but Austin Smith and Jake Brown and company doing it very well, an amazing job here. You like to see that from the Northwest offense being a little bit more, you know, flexible, passing the ball a lot more, and they've done a really good job when it comes to improvising with their quarterback, Jake Brown. Really great blocks up the field, too. It's not just all Brown. People are making space for Jake Brown here, and it's been an exceptional job by the kid. The return team for Piketon is out there and ready to go, but Northwest still in a huddle. The atmosphere here in McDermott is very, very exciting in a tight 4-point game. And we are now back out here, and it looks like we have a new man kicking the ball for the Mohawks here. Never mind, Austin Smith comes out there to kick it away. And here we go. 11 minutes and 56 seconds left in this ball game. Smith will kick it away on the squib. And that one is recovered by Shanks. You do not want the ball in that man's hands. And Shanks is showing exactly why. Breaks it to the 50, and he is brought down at the opposing Mohawk 49. Now Northwest is going to need a big stop here on defense. And you know Roy Rogers Field is going to try and give him that home field advantage. Luke Gullion and company, the biggest drive in the night. What are they going to do about it? You know, a lot of mistakes by the Mohawks right here, and this with the safety on themselves with that interception, and then Taylor took it back in the end zone and kneeled it down. Then a missed field goal and a missed PAT. That is all the difference in this ball game right now. As Gullion is going to jet sweep it to Jared Kopis. Jared Kopis, he's going to run as hard as he can, and he will get a first down. If not, he will come up an inch short. Jared Kopis against his former team.
Jared Kopis, hard run there. Northwest bit on the jet sweep there. They thought Gilliam was going to go long again with the receivers running down the field. But Jared Kopis comes in and gets 1 yard shy of the first down.
The thing about Kopis is he is one of the fastest guys out here on this field. He's up there with the speed of Shanks. And he's going to get a fake handoff here. It's a read option by Gullion. Gullion gets loose, and he's got room, and he is brought down at around the 15. He steps out on his own will. I thought he was about to go all the way right there, but Gullion brought down early. A huge read option there by Gullion, and Northwest knew that they were coming in, that Gullion was going to do a lot of that read option stuff. And excuse me, he will be down at the 26. Gullion, another read option. He's going to take it to the left side. Gullion's loose, and he is going to score. Touchdown, Red Streaks. And the villagers of Piketon are amped up, and they break 30 almost here in Roy Rogers Stadium. It is now 29-19, and the Red Streaks will now go for the point after try.
We have a final score from our other Thursday game tonight. It's going to be Unioto 42, Portsmouth 0, final at Trojan Stadium.
Thank you, Landon, for the insight. Tough break for Portsmouth. And now looks like they will be trotting out for the extra point. Jared Kopis will be out there to kick it. Well, excuse me, they're going for two. They're trying to make this thing an 11-point game, keep it out of a field goal, and try and make Northwest score 2 touchdowns to win this thing. Kopis in the backfield along with his partner in crime, Luke Gullion. Gullion. Kopis in motion to the right side. He will hand it off to Kopis. And, excuse me, never mind. It'll be Gullion on the read option. And that one's going to be close. And Gullion is down. He is down inside at the 1. And Northwest holds them. And it'll remain a 10-point game here at Roy Rogers Field. We got a tight one Northwest is going to need a touchdown, a stop, and then a field goal to tie this thing up. 11 minutes and 26 seconds left to go in this one. A monumental drive right there by the Red Streaks, getting back in the end zone. Luke Gullion just took over right there. We were talking about Jake Brown being in Lamar Jackson mode. Well, guess what? Luke Gullion is just as well in Lamar Jackson mode. An amazing job there by Gullion. And just like that, it's a 10-point ball game in the advantage of the Red Streaks. And now Copus will kick it away for the Red Streaks. Copus puts a charge into that one, and that one is dropped by JT Pierre. Austin Smith can't come up with it either, but it'll just be a touchback instead. And the Mohawks will come out here at about the 20. Jake Brown and company will now trot back out onto the field, needing a touchdown here.
Jake Brown is going to look to have some more magic in the tank here. He's done mostly everything he can for this Northwest offense tonight. They're looking for anything, any type of score. If I'm Northwest, I'm looking before the 6-minute mark here. I definitely have to score before the 6-minute mark. It's going to be a handoff to Ferguson, and he is popped. He's going to gain about 3 yards on the play.
Popped down there by an army of Red Streaks right there. That's unfortunate. He thought he had to carry to the outside, and Ferguson thought he was all alone. And then you just see a bunch of guys right there, and they just swarmed him.
Northwest, 2nd and 6. Brown. Waiting for the snap here. Brown drops back. He's looking to throw. He takes off again. And he's sacked behind the line.
The Piketon defender takes him down, and his friend comes over to help to finish the sack. It's going to be 3rd and 9. Brown drops back, looking for a receiver. He's going to take off, trying to avoid everyone. Brown looking. It's got Smith. And right off the fingertips of Smith. Malachi, if you're Northwest here, are you going for this on this 4th and 9 on your own 21?
I mean, what else do you have to do, as it looks like Joseph Scott is down and he is hurt. He had a couple of tackles for loss earlier in the game, but to answer your question, Landon, that ball was a little bit overthrown there by Brown. That's really unfortunate, but you have to make a play right there. And if I'm Jake Brown, that is the right decision. He just missed the target a little bit. And Northwest, they obviously have to go for it here. If you give the ball back to Piketon here, you're basically waving a white flag.
I totally agree with what you have to say there, Kai. I feel like you're always on point, man.
Yeah, I always find a way to, talk well.
Dynamic duo is back. And we'll go to break real quick. With the injury on the field, prayers up to him.
We'll welcome you back here to Roy Rogers Field after the injury timeout. It is now a crucial 4th and 9 here for the Mohawks. If the Mohawks don't get this, this could very well cause a lot of trouble.
All right, Brown. He's going to take the snap here. Looks like we're going 4 wide. And it's a punt. No one expected that one. Everyone thought they were going to go for it. But this ball is going to roll towards right on the 25-yard line. And it's going back over to Kai now.
I am just shocked. They give up the ball and they pin him deep and around the 24-yard line. I was not expecting that decision by Northwest there. Oh my goodness. Jake Brown, I guess you got a leg too. I mean, Brown can really do it all. You might as well play O-line and receiver now. But all jokes aside, now Gullion has a chance to seal it. Hopefully they can run off some clock here. You're gonna see some more running the ball here from the Red Streaks, unless they're just gonna try and air it out and end this ball game. Red Streaks taking their time to get out on the field, and here they come. The Red Streaks, much like the offensive linemen of Northwest, they did not lose a beat. They got their entire offensive line back, and that has been very, very good for the Red Streaks this season. Gullion in the backfield here. And it's a fake handoff to Lore. Gullion's going to take it himself. Gullion keeps on trotting. He gets 10 and a little bit more. About a 15 to 20-yard gain, and Gullion is amped up. Nice read option right there. When you have an athletic quarterback, it just opens up the playbook so much more. And with head coach Tyler Gullion, you know you're going to get this little Westbrook style, kind of take West Coast style, kind of take some shots down the field. But at times, when you got to do the read option, it reminds me a lot of this Baltimore Ravens offense. Piketon's offense has just been so solid the entire night. And if they just put the nail in the coffin right here, it could probably do it. Copus, the newest transfer along, and that's going to be a flag. As we got some early movement on the line. And the Red Streaks are going to be taken back a couple yards. It'll be a false start on the offensive line. A lot of penalties right there, but it's very frustrating for both sides. We've seen a lot of mistakes tonight, but it also is week 1. You're going to see a little bit more of messy play than you are going to see in the later weeks. Backfield together once again. 1st and 15 from their own 36. Gullion takes a snap. And this one is to Copus. And Copus is loose. And there's no going back. Revenge is so sweet. Touchdown. Red Streaks. Talk about revenge. And Jared Copus is letting the Mohawk faithful know. Oh my goodness. Talk about a homecoming for Jared Copus coming back to his own school. And he takes it to the house for the touchdown.
Holy crap. Jared Copus on his revenge game back to Northwest comes in and puts the dagger into him. That is crazy. Jared Copus was a big run there, proving the Northwest faithful why they should have kept him.
I don't know who's touching him. Once he got the ball in his hands, it was like he was at the 30-yard line already. And that was just, wow. That was just insane. Jared Copus teleports to the end zone from the 36-yard line. Talk about a silencer here inside Roy Rogers Field. And now, Jared Copus coming out to kick the PAT, just putting more salt in the wound. Copus trots out. He ran his butt off right there, and he ran across the field too, celebrating. So he had to take a little bit of a breather, maybe get a little bit of water in him. And we got a penalty flag on the play here, and that is a delay of game. And now Jared Copus and company will kick it just from a little bit farther. Play clock ticking down here. Copus lays down his tee, takes a step back. And Copus to make it a 36-19 ball game. It is up. And it is good. Jared Copus Talk about a homecoming. I bet we'll see an IG post after this.
Missed it.
And apparently he missed it. And maybe Jared Kopis got a little bit too excited after the touchdown. He misses the field goal a little bit right. And now it is 35-19 in the advantage of the Piketon Red Streaks. 9 minutes left to go. Can Northwest somehow put a rally back on them? After the 64-yard rushing touchdown from Jared Kopis, like we've said before, he was a Mohawk not too long ago, but now he's kicking field goals and running as fast as he can for the Red Streaks.
Yep. Hey, Red Streaks run fast, man. What can I say?
We've seen it all night with Shanks, Gullion, and now Kopis. And now Kopis, a limp kick to about the 15-yard line, and JT Pierre looking to make something happen, and he will be brought down at just about the 20.
And we are back. Northwest trots back on the field. Northwest looking for any type of score here, just to try to get a comeback, try to get some magical things to happen. We would also like to thank all of our viewers tonight coming out and watching this great game with us. We appreciate you all for supporting us. Back to action. Jake Brown takes a snap.
Takes the snap, passes out in the flag. Flag is down.
There is a flag down,
By Christian.
and there's a fumble.
40-yard line, fumbled the football.
But they're going to say he was down before he fumbled the ball. Back to action. Brown takes a snap. He's going to roll out. He's avoiding defenders. It looks like he just throws it away, and he gets hit in the end zone. Smart play there by Brown just to get rid of the ball.
You know, the O-line's really been disappointing in the second half. Brown really hasn't had any time to think back there, and maybe it's just an adjustment by the Piketon defense. They've been bull rushing, and they've been blitzing a lot more, and it's really worked out for this Piketon defense. They've just laid down the hammer here in the second half.
Totally agree with you, Malachi. That rush from Piketon, a lot of seniors on that line. They're just coming through. Northwest, 2nd and 15, takes a snap. Brown, he's just looking for a receiver. And he gets taken down once again. That defensive line from Piketon. It looks like that sack came up, and that was from number Scott. Looks like that sack came from Scott from the Piketon D-line.
Joseph Scott with another sack right there. He has 2 on the night. He was the team leader in sacks last season. Well, from the returning people, he was the team leader in sacks as he got banged up again after sacking another guy. He's been hurt both times when he's brought down the quarterback. So maybe I'm kind of worried about his health more than anything, but he's having a great game tonight.
Yeah, it looks like he went off the field after that sack. It's going to be a 3rd and 25 on the 6-yard line for the Northwest Mohawks. Looking for any type of magic here. Some New Orleans magic, as we say.
Big plays by Christian.
Brown finds a target there. Looks like he went to his tight end. It's going to take them. It's going to take Northwest down to the 20-yard line, 4th and 11. If we're Northwest, you just got to go for it here. You got nothing else to lose.
Yeah, you're already down pretty big in this game. You know, this is really frustrating for Northwest, the way they played in the second half. You really felt like they held all the momentum. You know, they had a screen pass interception by Aiden Armbrister, and then ever since then, you know, it's been quite messy for the Mohawks, and then the Red Streaks have just been playing a clean slate as we have a timeout. And it'll be by the Mohawks. And welcome back here to Roy Rogers Field. I'm Malachi Rizzo along with Landon Schultz here as we reach the final 7 minutes of this ball game. 6 minutes and 56 seconds to be exact here. The Mohawks down 35-19. It's been a rough second half for the Mohawks as it was a 3-point game at the half, but ever since then it's been all Mohawks as Jake Brown is going to be brought down. And that is very unfortunate. It'll be a turnover on downs, and now Piketon has a chance to put more salt in the wound here with 6 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. A lot of miscues tonight by Northwest have led to the score being as much as it is. It's been a frustrating second half for the Mohawks, but in the first half, they played pretty well, but a costly safety and then a missed field goal and then a missed point.
Malachi, I think me and you can both agree that this was one of those games that the score wasn't the true game.
Yeah, Northwest really had a shot here, but now Piketon's just going to run the ball and, you know, control it. And here's Jared Kopis again. He is not done with his revenge game yet, and he will get 9 yards on the carry and bring it inside to about the 11-yard line. Kopis is on a tear tonight, and his time in the backfield split around with Wyatt Savage and Tanner Lohr. Honestly, he's looked the best out of the three.
I completely agree. It seems like he had a second engine coming into this game. He had nothing to lose, and he just wanted to come out here and prove himself, and he did.
Yeah, and to do it against your own school, too, like, this is very special, honestly, for Jared Kopis. The headline for him is definitely going to be Kopis striking lightning into the Mohawks. As Kopis will get another handoff here, and he will be brought down in the backfield by an army of Mohawks. Third down and 2 from the 12-yard line here for the Red Streaks. Just trying to get it across right here, burn off more time here. 5 minutes and 40 seconds and counting. As time will keep on ticking down on the play clock. Piketon's really impressed tonight with the run game and the passing game. Gullion may have thrown 2 interceptions tonight, but that doesn't really tell the full story of how well he's played. That one handed off right up the middle, and they're still going, and he will be brought down after the first down. I believe that was Tanner Lohr on the carry. And now it is 1st and goal from the 8-yard line for the Red Streaks here. They can just make this thing look like a blowout right here. The Red Streaks have really ran away with it here in the second half. But like Landon already said, this has not told the full story of this ball game. A tough break here in week 1 for the Mohawks. 4 minutes, 40 seconds and counting here. You're just trying to keep chewing off time. And this one will be right up the middle. And he will be swallowed up in the backfield. It'll be about 2nd and goal from either the 7 or the 8-yard line. It'll be from about the 7-yard line. I was correct. In the backfield right now, Tanner Lohr. He is a junior. As it looks like Joseph Scott was in the game, but now he will be taken out. And back into the ball game here is Jared Kopis. Kopis and Lohr both in the backfield for the Red Streak squad, along with Gullion. They're stacking the box. Handoff to Kopis. Kopis to the outside, and he just falls down. And he was trying to cut it up to the left side, but just really couldn't do anything with that opportunity right there. And it is now 3rd down and 7, also known as 3rd and goal. Three minutes left here in this one from Roy Rogers Stadium. Piketon wasting all the time possible here, as this thing will get to about 3 minutes. Gullion and the team breaks out of the huddle. It's a 3rd down and 7, 3rd down and goal here from the 7-yard line. Gullion in a 2-back front. He's going to take it himself. Gullion's going to keep running, and Gullion will be in the end zone. Touchdown, Red Streaks once again. Luke Gullion, have a night, young man. You are the MVP of this game, and honestly, it's not even close.
Luke Gullion, I think that he had 3 passing touchdowns tonight, or 2. 2 passing touchdowns, 1 rushing. Senior leader. We knew what he was going to bring to the table for this Piketon Red Streaks team, and he delivered.
Piketon's just really came out in the second half, and it's like a different team that we saw in the first half, honestly. Piketon's really impressed me. And now Kopis will put it through for the extra point. And it is now 42-19. Red Streaks annihilation in the second half.
Kai, I couldn't agree less. Piketon, I think their coaches may have said something at halftime to get into them, but they came out a completely different team. Northwest really didn't play that bad. They had a couple mistakes that hurt them, but overall they didn't play that bad in the second half. Piketon was just unstoppable in the second half for the Northwest defense.
Completely agree with you, Landon. Piketon's offense is just too much for the Northwest defense here, and the question mark going into this game was Northwest defense. Well, they've given up 42 points, so it's been frustrating for the Mohawks here tonight, in a game that you feel like you could have had, but this will be known as the one that got away here in week 1. As Jared Kopis will kick it away here, and we got 2 minutes and 54 seconds left of football here in McDermott before we sign off. Welcome back to Roy Rogers Field as Jared Kopis, the former Mohawk, really letting this sink into to his former teammates, his former fans. I bet he's loving all this attention that he's getting right now. Kopis kicks it away, and that'll be Austin Smith making the return attempt here. He is past the 35 and looking for something. He cuts back, and he is swallowed up in the backfield, and he is brought down easily. Brought down at about the 30, but they will call him at about the 34-yard line. as Austin Smith slow to get up along with the red streak. Hopefully they are both all right. We have an injury timeout, and we will come back to you right after this. We welcome you back to Roy Rogers Field. 2 minutes and 46 seconds left to play. Let's see if the Mohawks can put on a couple points here to make the scoreboard look a little bit better. As we got a new quarterback under center. And he will just hand it off as Northwest takes the starters out of the game here. And he is brought down by an army of red streaks. And a completely new roster in as number 19 will be brought in here. And that is Malachi McNutt, the freshman. McNutt stands in at about 6 foot even. Young quarterback looking to gain some varsity experience against a solid team. McNutt takes a snap and then it'll be over in motion. Cutting back over the field and brought down is Mason Bradley, and not the one from Minford. He is also a freshman, and he will be brought down after about a 4-yard gain. McNutt getting some valuable experience here. Now on a 3rd down and 6. You're just trying to keep this thing as close as possible. Maybe he gets his first career touchdown in a Northwest uniform here. You would like to see that too from Malachi McNutt. McNutt in the backfield. And it's going to be a run right up the middle. And it is stunned right there. Landon Hodge on the carry, the sophomore, and he gets about 2 yards. And it's now 4th down and 5.
As this game is finishing up, I'd like to say thank you, Malachi, for coming on the stream with me. First week of football. We'll be back for every other week this year. Appreciate you coming on, and it was amazing.
Yeah, I've had a very great time, Landon. Even with the technical difficulties, we've caught a very good game, and you know, you learn them. We're going through some growing pains right now, but we want to thank everyone coming through River City Sports Media and trusting us with your broadcasting and viewing experience. But I'm very glad that we are coming out here and we're able to stream these games. And shout out to Trent and JC for making it all happen, you know. But as that'll be a delay of game right there. Wait, they called a timeout, excuse me. Timeout Northwest here with 31 seconds left. And only 25 on the play clock here as we are nearing the end of this ball game. As Hodge, they give it on a jet sweep. 18 trying to make something happen here. He cuts up, and he might have gotten the first down right there. Chandler Wyrick. And that is a first down. And a first down for the Mohawks here, and this will be the final play of scrimmage from the game. McNutt and Hodge in the backfield together. In motion, it's going to be another handoff. This time it's also to Wyrick. Wyrick cutting up the field, and as time expires, that'll be the ball game as Wyrick is brought down by a herd of Red Streaks. And your final score tonight, Piketon Red Streaks 42, Northwest Mohawks 19. And a statement win by the Villagers of Piketon, coming into McDermott and showing them who they are. We would like to thank our sponsors, the Side of the River and the UPS store. Thank you so much for those guys for giving us the opportunity to come out here and broadcast.
We would also like to thank all of our viewers tonight. Thank you for trusting us with your broadcast tonight. We appreciate you guys. We will be back week 2, Portsmouth versus West.